On November 29, 2007, an anonymous 4chan user made a chilling post with the words, "If anyone can correctly guess their own post number, I will tell you where she is buried." The post came with an image of a teenage girl. For context, on 4chan, every thread is given a unique, random post number to identify it, and it's not uncommon for threads to offer rewards to users who correctly guess their post number. However, the dark and specific nature of this particular post stood out, immediately grabbing the attention of users. It's important to note that the dates and times shown in the screenshots are archived ones, so they're not entirely accurate. After the post went live, many users attempted to guess the post number, and just 15 minutes later, someone guessed correctly. In response, the original poster fulfilled their promise, saying, "Winner, here you go," and shared a set of coordinates. To everyone's shock, those coordinates led to a seemingly random patch of trees along a county road, about 50 miles east of El Dorado, Kansas. However, as it turned out, the location was anything but random. The girl in the image was 18-year-old Emily Sander, a Butler Community College student who had gone missing less than a week earlier. Strangely, the police found Emily's partially clothed body just an hour after the coordinates were revealed, right at the exact location provided in the post. It's also worth mentioning that by the time the coordinates were posted on 4chan, police had been investigating Emily's disappearance for several days. They were already focusing on a suspect, Israel Morales. Emily had vanished on November 23, 2007, after leaving a bar near El Dorado with Israel. According to two witnesses, Israel had bought drinks for Emily and her friends at a Chinese restaurant before accompanying them to a bar called The Retreat. After they left the bar, Emily was never seen alive again. After police uncovered significant evidence implicating Israel, they issued a warrant for his arrest. By that point, however, Israel had fled to Mexico. Thankfully, due to the severity of the crime, authorities managed to extradite him back to Kansas. During his interrogation, Israel claimed that after leaving the bar, he and Emily went to a motel. He alleged that another man showed up, attempted to rob him, and left. Later, Israel said, he found Emily dead in the room. His account became even more dubious when he explained that he placed her body in the trunk of his car and drove it to a house where his 16-year-old pregnant girlfriend was staying in Baxter Springs. However, the story didn't hold up. Investigators found a large knife and clothing with Israel's DNA in a trash can at his girlfriend's house, further cementing his guilt. Israel was convicted and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. As for the 4chan post, there's no official confirmation that it was made by Israel himself, but given the timing of the coordinates, just under an hour before the police released their own information, it's possible the post was made by someone with inside knowledge, such as someone on the police force. Regardless, it remains a disturbing possibility that the post was made by the killer himself, adding a chilling layer to the crime. On August 25, 2009, another disturbing incident unfolded on 4chan. A user created a thread titled, "Look What I Found." The post began, "So I was looting through some stuff my dad left when he died, and I found this. The old bastard had a live grenade. It seems kind of old, but looks okay to me. What would the random board do with it?" Accompanying this was an image of the op holding a live grenade. For the next 15 minutes, users debated whether the grenade was real, with some asking for proof that it wasn't a plastic imitation. The op then posted a picture of himself holding a lighter up to the grenade, an obviously dangerous act. Some commenters, however, encouraged the op to throw the grenade in the toilet, saying things like, "Toss it in the toilet, don't flush, wait for an epic fountain." Strangely, the op seemed to take these comments seriously. A few minutes later, the op posted another image, this time showing the grenade hovering over a toilet, asking, should I?" The next few minutes became unsettling as the op went silent. Other users kept posting, asking what happened with the grenade, but there was no response. Then, a commenter shared a screenshot from a news article from Guatemala, breaking the story of a 17-year-old named Oscar Lopez who had died after detonating a live grenade in his house. The timing was eerie. The article had been published the same day, and many users speculated that the OP was, in fact, Oscar Lopez. The discovery led to condemnation of those who encouraged the op to throw the grenade. News stations in Spanish-speaking countries soon picked up the story, and it spread across the internet. However, I couldn't find the original article, and after an extensive search, it's unclear whether the story was true or if it had been fabricated. All that was found were subsequent articles citing the original article that no longer exists. The article's timing, seemingly published just an hour after the OP's last comment, raises suspicions that the whole thing might have been staged. It's possible that the op, seeking attention, could have faked the article and posted it from another account. As for the 4chan thread's authenticity, we may never know the whole truth. Given that the incident happened more than 15 years ago, it's unlikely we'll uncover definitive answers. In 2009, a peculiar mystery started circulating online: the phenomenon of strange comments about key lime pie appearing on a variety of websites, forums, and blogs. Reddit user KimiWTF began investigating this oddity in 2016 and shared his findings. According to the investigation, these comments often referenced strange places, names, and events that seemed nonsensical, but they kept cropping up. In 2009, a college newspaper article included an odd comment that mentioned a seemingly random combination of pop culture names and places, references to a restaurant called Coochie's in Asheville, North Carolina, and key lime pie. As KimiWTF delved deeper, they discovered that these references appeared in comments about various topics, including pop culture, death, and even online forums unrelated to food. Most notably, the comments followed a bizarre pattern of capitalizing words that shouldn't be and ending with a strange, fake name. Over the years, these key lime pie comments showed up in more bizarre places, including memorial sites and dating blogs, and had strange interactions with people who reached out to them. One Reddit user shared a response they got from Captain Coochie when they asked about the key lime pie phenomenon, which included cryptic and paranoid responses. Despite the odd nature of the replies, the investigation revealed that Coochie's Key West Bar and Grill in Asheville, North Carolina, was a real place, with the original owners being Oswald C. Hawes and his wife Anita. The investigation into the key lime pie mystery goes deep, and while many elements have been confirmed, much of it remains shrouded in mystery. Interestingly, despite the fact that almost all the random comments and reviews focus on pies, the restaurant was actually renowned for its burgers. Still, it's hard to see the connection between the restaurant and the 15-year-long campaign that flooded the internet with bizarre reviews of their key lime pies. Over the years, this oddity has sparked thousands of theories from people online trying to explain the mystery. The first theory suggests that all the comments are from a single person. While it's possible, it seems unlikely. After all, it's not unusual for someone with an obsessive personality to fixate on something as random as a key lime pie and dedicate years to spreading strange content across the web. But when you consider the massive volume of posts, accounts, and languages involved, this theory starts to fall apart. Managing thousands of sub-accounts would require countless email addresses and far more time than we can fathom. This is why many people believe these comments might be coming from a bot. The similar writing style of all the comments makes this theory plausible. However, there's a major issue. Google has cracked down on bot accounts in recent years, making it far more difficult for bots to create accounts and leave comments on random blogs and sites. Sure, It's possible that a sophisticated bot could have evolved to bypass Google's security measures, but it's hard to see why anyone would invest that much time into building one. In the absence of a clear explanation, more disturbing theories have been proposed. One of the most popular ones suggests that these comments might be a coded form of communication used by a cult or an underground organization with sinister intentions. This could explain the random pop culture references and the unintelligible, jumbled text with odd capitalization. There's even been speculation that the restaurant could be a front for something far darker. For instance, in 2017, a Reddit user commented, "I grew up in Arden and passed by it almost every day. I never saw more than one car there. In my 20s, I figured it was probably a money laundering operation. A friend of mine ate there once, and it was empty, with unremarkable food. I never considered going. This is just one of those mysteries that could fuel an entire documentary series, and you'd still be nowhere near solving it." To this day, no one knows where these comments are coming from, who is posting them, or why. Given how deep this mystery goes, it's safe to say we may never get answers. Now, let's shift gears. On Christmas Day in 2014, an anonymous 4chan user started a chilling thread with the title, "I bought a Wii U, but it was broken, so I opened it, and this thing was inside. What is this?" Attached to the post were images of a strange brown oval-shaped object inside the console. At first, the poster thought it might have been something an animal had left behind, but as the thread progressed, the situation took a horrifying turn. The object was revealed to be a spider's nest, and when the user cracked it open, they discovered something straight out of a nightmare. They speculated that the spiders had likely eaten each other to survive, leaving behind nothing but empty husks. A few minutes later, the original poster shared a chilling update saying that one of the spiders was still alive. Things only got more disturbing from there. As users chimed in, one of them identified the creature as a dirt dauber, a type of wasp that paralyzes spiders. The danger escalated when another user warned the original poster that if the spiders were brown recluses, they could be in grave danger. Fortunately, the thread ended with the original poster reporting that they had fled their house and called an exterminator. It's unsettling to think that a nest of poisonous spiders could be growing inside your console without you ever knowing. According to some users, this type of thing actually happens more often than you'd think. In March 2020, a user on 4chan posted an image of a missing girl named Lisa Irwin along with a set of coordinates that led to a location in Lakeside Village, Kansas. For context, Lisa had vanished in October 2011 when she was just 10 months old. Her father, Jeremy, returned home at 4 a.m. one day to find his daughter missing from her crib. Disturbingly, he discovered that the front door was unlocked and 3 cell phones were missing. As the investigation unfolded, numerous strange things occurred that made it difficult for the police to piece together what happened. Despite witness reports of a man carrying a baby near the area, there wasn't enough evidence to make an arrest. Security footage did show a man in white leaving the woods near the Irwins' home around 2:30 a.m., but the suspect had a solid alibi. Even more chilling, cadaver dogs picked up the scent of a dead body in the Irwins' bedroom, and when confronted, Lisa's mother, Deborah, gave odd and contradictory statements. She even admitted to not searching for Lisa immediately because she feared what she might find. In the months that followed, bizarre details emerged, including a 50-second phone call made from one of the missing phones the night Lisa disappeared. It was traced to a woman named Megan Wright, who had once been involved with a suspect living in a halfway house near the Irwins' home. Though Megan denied knowing anything, the police still consider whoever made the call to be a key figure in the case. But the investigation went cold, and new leads were scarce. The image posted in the 4chan thread was an age-progressed photo of what Lisa might look like today, now 7 years old. Some users suspected the original poster could be the one responsible for her disappearance, and the coordinates posted may point to the place where her body was hidden. Although many took the lead seriously and alerted the police, it's unclear if any investigation was conducted. The case remains unsolved. Another 4chan mystery involved a user named UTV, who was well known on the site's sports board. He was an Englishman who followed the Premier League and had a distinct online persona. What made UTV stand out, though, was a secret admirer, an anonymous user who obsessively followed and archived every post UTV made across 250 threads. At first, the trolling was harmless, but over time, it grew unsettling. The archiver began to compose poems and songs based on UTV's posts and even created detailed plans for their life together. By July 2013, the archiver's obsession escalated, with detailed floor plans for a shared home and even funeral arrangements for UTV. This reached a creepy climax when the archiver revealed a 97-page PDF, a compilation of all his writings and designs related to UTV. The document explained that archiving UTV's posts was his passion, and he considered it his social life. Inside, there were detailed fantasies, plans to make UTV like him, and even ideas for kidnapping UTV for a ransom. When UTV saw the document, his only response was a question mark, after which he vanished from 4chan for good. The fate of the archiver and his obsession remains a chilling reminder of how an innocent online interaction can take a disturbing turn. This entire story serves as a stark warning. You never really know who's watching or what they might be doing with the information you share online.